All right, thank you, guys. The Kaiwoom Heroes take on the Hanwha Eagles in a 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. The Heroes are the $1.82 favorite. Totals 9.5 flat. And if you like the Eagles in this spot here, they're catching $1.40 on the money line and minus 133 on the run line. Now, I'm 6-3 in my last 9 extra daily pick tier package plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. And that's a website where I sell premium sports pick subscriptions at just $1.99 through the end of the month. I'm also 5-3 in my last 8 crowd pleaser teaser picks on that website as well. And as always, link for that website is in the description section below, and that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, the Eagles are coming fresh off an embarrassing 3-game sweep to the SK Wyverns. Matter of fact, the Eagles are currently on an 8-game losing streak, dropping their last 4 series in a row. Was dropped to last place in the 10-team KBO after this weekend's just absolute debacle with the Wyverns. They've been victorious in just 7 out of 24 games thus far in the season. They're taking on a Kaiwoom squad who's won 2 out of their last 3, including a 14-3 effort against the KT Wiz during that span. The Heroes also scored 27 total runs in their last 3 games as well. Now, scoring-wise, 4 out of the Heroes' last 5 got over the total of 9.5 runs. 7 out of their last 10 also got over that number. Meanwhile, on the other side, Hanwha saw their last 3 straight get over the 9.5 themselves. 5 out of their last 7 also got over that total. So with all that said and done, give me the Kaiwoom Heroes minus 1.5 and the over 9.5 in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the show. Got some lines and personal leans out for Tuesday's KBO baseball action. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly remind you once again that after Sunday's betting action, I'm currently 6-3 in my last 9 extra daily pick premium plays on patreon.com/BrockPage. Good for 67% during that short span. And of course, that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. There's also a bunch of different, great memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you sign up today on the 1st, you'll get 30 days of premium selections. Now, one of those packages is called the Crowd Pleaser Teaser, and it's only $9.99 through the end of the month. You'll get 3 teaser sports picks every week through the end of the month, and I'm hitting at 5-3 in my last 8 picks in that category. Good for 63% during that short span as well. I strongly recommend you consider using the website for sports picks. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that said and done, let's go ahead and dive back into some more free lines and personal leans right here on YouTube. Next game, Doosan Bears squaring off against the KT Wiz, 5:30 a.m. Eastern start time. The Wiz are the $1.33 favorite. Totals 9.5, juice to the under. And if you like Doosan in an upset, they're plus $1 on the money line and minus $2 catching the 1.5. The Wiz dropped 2 out of their last 3, including a humiliating 14-3 double-digit loss during that span. They've also been victorious in just 3 out of their last 7, which includes a 4-1 loss to the Kia Tigers. The Wiz have dropped to the bottom half of the KBO standings with their 10-13 record on the year. They're currently in 7th place in the 10-team KBO and just a half game ahead of Samsung for that spot. They are taking on a Doosan team who's won 2 out of their last 3 themselves, and that is going to include a 4-2 victory over the Lotte Giants during that stretch. They're also coming off their 3rd straight series victory, going 6-3 straight up in their last 9 in the process of that. The Bears are currently in 3rd place and just 2 games back of the LG Twins for 2nd place in the standings. Now, total-wise, 2 out of their last 3 stayed under the total of 9.5 runs. 4 out of their last 5 also stayed under that total. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Wiz saw 3 out of their last 6 stay under that total themselves. So with all that in mind, give me the Doosan Bears minus 1.5 and the under 9.5 in that contest. All right, next game, it is going to be Lotte Giants taking on the Kia Tigers, 5:30 a.m. Eastern first pitch. The Tigers are minus 162, totals 8.5, juice to the over. And if you like the Giants to get the job done here, they're plus $1.25 for a win and minus 175 catching the run and a half. Now Lotte is coming fresh off an 8-3 victory over the Doosan Bears. And despite their struggles as of late, they're holding their opponents to just 3.7 runs per contest on average in their last 7. The Giants are just 3 games behind the Doosan Bears for third place in the standings. The Tigers, on the other side, are coming fresh off a 13-5 beatdown at the hands of the LG Twins. They also dropped 4 out of their last 5 and averaged just 3 runs per contest in those 4 losses. The Tigers' 2-5 record in their last 7 is good for just 29%. Now, total-wise, the Tigers' last 2 straight got over the total of 8.5 runs. 3 out of their last 4 also got over that number. Meanwhile, on the Giants side of things, on the other side, Lotte's last 2 straight got over the total of 8.5 themselves. They also saw 3 out of their last 5 get over that number as well. So with all that said and done, give me the underdog Lotte Giants plus 1.5 and the over 8.5 in that game. All right, next contest, it is going to be Samsung Lions squaring off against the LG Twins, 5:30 a.m. start time. The Twins are minus 182, totals 9.5, juice to the under. The Lions on the other side are plus $1.40 on the money line and minus 150 on the run line. Samsung's last 2 straight got over the total of 9.5 runs. They also saw 6 out of their last 9 get over the 9.5 as well. Meanwhile, on the Twins side of things, they saw their last 2 straight get over that number themselves. They also saw 4 out of their last 7 get over the 9.5. And if you want to kind of find out who I think is going to get the job done on the sides in this one, whether it's money line or run line, sign up for my daily best play on patreon.com/BrockPage. This game will actually be featured in my daily best play for Tuesday, and it will only cost you $1.99. Even better than that, you're going to get 1 sports pick every day through the end of the month after paying the $1.99. Exceptional value there. You're going to find out who I think is going to win in this one. Link for that website, is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, next and final matchup for the show. It is going to be, believe it or not, the red-hot SK Wyverns taking on the NC Dinos, 5:30 a.m. Eastern first pitch. The Dinos are the $2.25 favorite, totals 10.5 flat. And if you like the Wyverns in this one, they're plus $1.70 on the money line and minus 120 catching the run and a half. The Wyverns are coming fresh off a 3-game sweep of the Hanwha Eagles. That said, though, they still find themselves in second to last place in the 10-team KBO, winning just 7 out of their 23 games on the year. And this most recent series victory over the Hanwha Eagles was the only series that they've won all year long. They're taking on a Dino squad who's been absolutely dominant thus far in the season. They've been victorious in 6 out of their last 8, putting up double-digit run totals in 3 of those victories. The Dinos are in first place in KBO with a win percentage of .783. When it comes to the scoring in this one, 3 out of their last 5 got over the 10.5 runs. 2 out of the Wyverns' last 3 got over the 10.5 themselves. So with all that in mind, give me the NC Dinos minus 1.5 and the over 10.5 in that contest. All right, let's go ahead and dive into some shout-outs. Once again, brought to you by patreon.com/BrockPage. And from our Patreon platform, shout-out to Jay Williams, Kyle Moran, Bill McMahon, Janko Ristic, Christopher Tran, Jose Lopez, Dwayne McNeil, Brandon Saunders, Aaron Bell, and Leaf Ellis. Next, from our Instagram platform, shout out to Will Slade, Jose Bueno, Sammy Mejia, Christopher Blake, Proline Master, Mitch Austin, Nurse Iscali, and Cody Dunlap. And last but certainly not least, shout outs from our YouTube platform. Shout out to Adnan Sahimpisak, Matthew Brown, Ralph Portuando, Leslie Botang, Spencer Broder, Teddy Choba. Shout out to Tattoo Guy. And last but certainly not least, got to give a shout out to my man, Roy Munson. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on Patreon. But most importantly, guys, I gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Monday or Tuesday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you, and I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.